if your ability to communicate, your ability to talk is at a 2, but your knowledge is at a 10, people are going to perceive you like you only know you're a 2 in the sense of your skills and in your sense of everything that comes with it.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
You're talking in the skills of a person that is a 2.
Yeah.
Even though you have the mind of a genius.
Yeah.
If you can't communicate that genius, then it's worth for nothing.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Driven. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about investing 101.
All right.
Yeah, so just throwing out scenarios to you. I know we're not 18 anymore.
Nope.
We're a decade in from being 18. So I know I'm 27, you're 28, 29, around there too. So just throwing out scenarios. I know when we were 18, 19, fresh out of high school, we didn't know anything about investing.
Yeah.
So throwing out a scenario, if you were 18 again, how would you go about investing?
Yeah, and then when you say investing, that could be anything, right? Like it could be finances, it could be like how you mentioned health, it could be relationships, it could be...
Yeah, because that's one of the things I wanted to mention too, is that when people throw the word investing around, people automatically assume it's about finances. But investing is a lot more. Investing, could be, for one, like you said, finances. It could also be investing in your health, investing in your skill sets, investing in your education, in your relationships, and then also finances. So if you were 18 again, how would you invest? And it could just be in general.
Yeah, and so with that one, what pretty much like the Dave Ramsey's, the Graham Stephan say when it comes to finances, just opening up a Roth IRA and with the money that I make, just putting in $100, $200, $300 dollars a month into the Roth IRA, and see it as a payment, something that you need to pay. It's like if you said frick it and then you just got a car payment and you had to pay it. Look at it as a payment that you need to pay, because at the end, when you, like, let's say you want to retire, it's gonna be a lot of money. Pretty
much like taxes, no? Like they just take it away and you don't even see it.
Exactly. So just see it as a payment and pay it. So that's one of them. The other one is like how you said, health, because I think I've seen some people that did not invest, in exercising or eating healthy.
Yeah.
And the result of that is, not the healthiest.
Health problems,
issues.
Yep.
And so definitely health is another thing that I would really look into investing in, exercising and eating right, which I think in general, I think both of us have done okay. Not the best, but I think we've done okay to where at the now, there's no issues. There's no problems.
For the most part.
Huh? For the most part, yeah. But not compared to like, and I guess it's a bad comparison because you should compare to yourself. Well, not really, but I think better than average. So definitely health is another one. And then the other one is definitely education. And then that's kind of hard too. Because education for what? But
that's true.
Like for what? And then towards where? Education towards school? Or towards, for example, like one of the gurus that you see online? And then which ones are legit? Which ones are just have average courses that they just copy from someone or they just get from ChatGPT?
Yeah.
And so like, who do you trust? And so that's where the difficulty lies to trying to find where to invest in education. But I think you could tell also by the free content that people put out, or by what, at least the free things that you see, and then I guess just making the best decision and investing in that, because we didn't necessarily pay for it, but I think one of the people that really like helped us a lot, or education, was the Hormozis.
Yeah.
If they had a course like with what the stuff they know, we probably would
pay for it
100%. And then also with the workshops that they're having, if we qualified,
because
I think we would have been like, fucking, I think it makes sense, let's do it.
Yeah, because I think to get in there you had to pay $5,000,
which okay,
which we'll pay it, but the thing is qualifying.
Yeah,
not everyone can qualify.
Yeah, because what are the qualifications for that?
I think you have to meet the qualifications to be able to partner with them, or to be able to, for them to acquire,
to go to the workshop. No, I think it's to go to the workshop.
I need to look further into it, but I think their qualifications are the same as if they would, you pretty much would, reach out to them for them to work with you. So you have to have, I think, $1 million in EBITDA.
Yeah. So pretty much to attend the workshop. That's
That's
why.
Yep.
So that's pretty much $1 million, pretty much an EBITDA. I think
EBITDA.
that's the main
so
requirements.
Simple terms, that's pretty much just profit.
Which at the moment we are not there.
No.
But I feel like by the end of the year we should be at that run rate.
Yeah. Yep.
And so those are some things that we know. Okay, education, and we're gonna learn a lot from that. We're gonna ask questions that we have regarding the business. So it makes sense to invest. But I know at the beginning it's just finding it difficult to where to invest, because for me, I remember, you know how like when you're out of high school, or at least for me, I wanted to make money, like. That's why we started with insurance. That's why for me online I used to see like how to make how to make so and so from your home. And so I went to one of the workshops, and then I forgot exactly what it was, but I ended up paying $20, and for like it was like a course, but it's like I don't think it was concise enough to where it didn't work out.
You didn't benefit from it.
No, I did not fully. I mean, I remember there was some valuable nuggets, but it wasn't to where like it set me to financial freedom as an example. So like kind of like, where do I invest, or what course do I buy? Yeah. Do I go to school for education and pay for it?
Yep.
Trade school,
Yeah.
I think trade school is something that until AI replaces it, which I think is going to be a very long time from now, I think this is something that is worth investing, especially if you don't know where to start or what to do.
Yep.
And so at least those are the 3 areas when it comes to finances, education, and then also health. Because as far as relationships, I think just pretty much at that point, it was just my parents just spending time with it. Yep. I don't know how to really define that, or how like I could have invested more, or how could I invest it, but at least just spending time. I don't know, but that's pretty much when it comes to that. But I guess with that also, I'll turn the question around. And you were back again to 18 years old, and you were fresh out of high school. How would you invest?
So with it, one of the things I want to do also is just break it down by finances, health, and then I'll discuss pretty much what I would do, and then we could just break it down.
Right.
What also based on our experience from now.
Okay.
But I think when it comes to finances, I agree with the Roth IRA, because it's pretty much you put in money that's after taxes. So whatever you put in, you're able to get back. Well, obviously after retirement, you're able to get it tax free. Yeah, so that's a huge benefit.
Yep.
And I know also there's a lot more that goes into it, but definitely the Roth IRA. And one of the things I would also do is maybe do an emergency fund, like where I'm able to have cash, either cash on hand or in the bank, enough to maybe cover like a few weeks of my expenses, like at least a month. I know it's recommended to do 3 to 6 months.
Yep.
So that when it comes to finances, and I think just try to make as much money as possible, because I know at 18 pretty much don't know what to do. You don't have experience, you don't have the people networking, you don't have connections pretty much.
And then for that, and that you're in that situation, put yourself in that situation, what do you do? Like, what would you do?
I think I would start how we started. It's just working at a job. Working at a job, because I say that because you're getting money. And then also at the same time, you could also look for different opportunities while you're still getting money. You build up your savings, you build up some money. So then if you know exactly what to do, you could go all in. So that's one. I know also people could argue that just, become a freelancer, or, just do something. But I think at 18 years old, unless you've been doing it for a long time, it's very hard to just go like in 100% on something. So I would say just get a job. Reason being, because that's the easiest. You're gonna get money. Maybe work a part-time, work a full-time 8 hours a day. You still have from after you get out of work in the weekends to do something else.
So you wouldn't do college or trade school?
That's an option, but me having the entrepreneur mindset, I want to do something, like I want to have my own business.
So it depends on the individual.
100%.
So let's say for someone that doesn't have that mentality, because I know college is an option, and also trade school is an option. I know just working at a job is an option.
Yeah.
So what would you do, assuming you didn't have that entrepreneur mindset? What is the best outcome if you take each of any of those routes?
Okay, so just breaking that down super simple, I think that college, I wouldn't go to college unless I'm going there to become a doctor, an engineer, like pretty much professions that really need specialized that you could only get it from college. But if I'm going there to learn about business, or if I'm going there to learn about management or
liberal
something,
arts.
Liberal arts, definitely.
Dance theory.
Yeah, exactly, definitely no. What I would do.
Why though?
Because from seeing from our experience, a lot of the people that graduated have diplomas, have bachelors, dude. They spend 4 years, and not just 4 years. They spend 2 years at a public education, public college, and then they transferred over, spend another 4 years. Dude, right now they're not to bash them or anything.
And it's not to bash you.
Not to bash them or anything, but you know they're working at Starbucks. They're working at minimum wage jobs. If you know the most quote unquote successful people are working office jobs, management jobs. The really people that are doing good from my grade that I remember, they're doing sales,
and also from my grade, they didn't go to college. They ended up having their own business. Exactly. Like they have their own like in-shop person business.
Yep.
E-commerce business, and then also like trucking business.
Yeah,
they didn't go to school.
Exactly. And so that's why I'm saying, with the information I know now, with the knowledge, I wouldn't go to college unless I'm going to be a doctor, unless I'm going to be maybe a nurse, because I know like there's different tiers when it comes to a nurse. If I'm going there to become a lawyer, because I don't think you will want a lawyer that takes workshops, here and there from.
And then with that, just for context, you're already 10 years out of high school, so you already experienced you yourself and also the people that have graduated and have not graduated. So
so this is coming from my experience now. What would I do if I had this same knowledge and experience back then? This is what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't do that unless I'm going for specialized. What I would do if I wanted to make money and I didn't have that entrepreneur mindset, knowing what I know now, I would become something in trade, a mechanic. I would do what other trades? Electrician, plumber. Even in the field we
HVAC.
Do wrapping, PPFing, window tinting. Dude, those are freaking profitable. Those you make.
But that's a business, no? Or working for a shop.
Or maybe you could work at a shop.
Okay. And it depends on the shop, cause
they undercharge you.
Yeah.
But that's what I would do.
No, definitely that makes sense. And so that's for the finance part. How you would invest your money and your time.
Yeah, because I think that also falls in the... Oh, no, I guess it doesn't in the education. But maybe that's something we can move in. Yeah. With the education, 100% knowing what, the knowledge I know now, invest in courses, dude. Mm-hmm. Invest in something, especially if I'm that young. I don't have responsibilities. I don't have kids. Or, hopefully I don't have kids. I don't have a wife. And if you do, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But once you do that, now you're having responsibilities. Now it's not just you. Because, like before, we went all in our business, remember, with the...
Because we could.
We went into debt.
If we failed, we failed.
It was us.
Yeah.
Which we did. We did 80K in debt, dude. That's crazy. Remember, we took the personal loans. I took one for 18K.
I took one for, I think, the same amount.
Pretty
much, let's say 20 and 20.
Yeah.
And then also we had the cars, and then we also had a credit line with Cabbage and credit cards.
Yep.
And so I know we had a lot of debt. I think we counted it in total 80,000, and I think a month we were paying anywhere between 3,000 to 4,000 a month just in debt.
Yep.
Just in debt.
Yep, that's crazy, dude.
That was good times.
Yeah, and so when it comes to the education, I would definitely do it. Invest a lot in yourself. Invest a lot in your education and your skills, because I know that's something that no one's gonna take away. Because for us, even though we went into 80K in debt, not all we lived through, but I know since we were 18 to probably 22, 23, we gained experience. Mm-hmm. So even though we were in debt, we still had the knowledge. And I think that knowledge, we used it in this business that, catapulted
100%.
us to where we're at.
Yeah, pretty much everything that we learned, we've applied it here. That's why we don't overstretch or we don't overreach in this business, because we
easily could, dude.
We could, but we learned.
Yeah, we learned our lessons
the hard way. I mean, which we should learn from other people's mistakes, but we learned the hard way.
Yeah.
And so then I know you said invest in education and invest in courses. Where do you look for? What do you look for? And then for example, so then something doesn't happen to you like it happened to me, where I spent money and nothing came out of it.
Yeah.
How do you find what is actually valuable to buy, or how do you do that?
Yeah, so I would say look for education or look for courses that are within your niche, because I know very general. Mm-hmm. You could get them on Google, you could get them on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I would say the ones that are worth looking into are the ones that are specialized in whatever you want to do. Like if it's management, go into management for a specific industry, do that. If it's editing, if it's doing a videographer, if it's doing something with media, if it's doing something with being an influencer, how to manage social media, then do that.
And so how do you find it? Do you just go to Google? You go to YouTube?
Yeah, personally, I would just go to Google if I come across it, because I know the algorithms usually like sponsored ads come across them. And then the last thing I would do is do 100% research. 100% research. Just like don't just buy the course that you first come across.
Okay.
On.
So how do you do the research? Like just seeing if the
reviews,
person is legit, the reviews.
Yeah, reviews. Search the person up. Search if they have a business. Search it up. See Google reviews. Not just the reviews they have on their website.
Yeah.
But Google reviews, Yelp reviews. Just 100% do your research. Sleep on it. Maybe 1, 2, 3 days. Mm-hmm. Continue doing your research, and then just, if it makes sense, do it. Yeah.
Awesome. And then I know those are the two, the finance and then the education. Would you invest in other areas of your life?
Health. 100% health. So that's the main thing, because I know, and I don't know if it's an excuse, but I know we've been wanting to do
weight loss,
get fit and everything, but it's just we're comfortable. At least I'm comfortable. Yeah. But definitely like at 18, 19, straight out of high school, 100% I would do health. Mm-hmm. Dude, I would freaking be lean. I would work out pretty much, because you also feel good. Yeah. And that's another thing, dude. No one's going to take that away from you, your health. You're like, if you want to gain muscle, dude, fuck, no one could buy that, dude.
I was going to say, like another time, unless you get shot, then they take away your shot. But that's beyond the point.
Yeah, but pretty much, and that's the thing, dude. Like, you can have all the money in the world, unless you pay hundreds of thousands, because there's some surgeries where they fucking stuff you and it looks like you're fucking ripped. I remember there was this thing with the Ken doll, and remember Barbie? Yeah. This guy, I think he wanted to be the real Ken doll. He did like a bunch of surgeries, like for his face and everything, and then he moved on to his muscles, his chest, 6-packs. I'm like, Jesus, just work out.
But it looks terrible. It doesn't look realistic.
It doesn't look realistic. No. So yeah, no. And also, like, if you inject oil, remember in Brazil, they inject oil. It's fucking huge, but it looks weird. Yeah. But no one could buy it, dude. No one. Like, you have to work for it. That's earned. Mm-hmm. So I would invest in fitness, dude, because you also feel good.
Yeah. And so when you say fitness, like working, like weight training, cardio.
What we've been doing, weight training.
No cardio?
Probably. But I don't know. I mean, it's good, because then your cardiovascular like system gets a benefit. So like, yeah, definitely, like, just go for a jog, even walking, dude. Walking helps a lot. 30-minute walk, an hour walk while you're multitasking. Maybe you're reading not reading, but you're listening to an audiobook. Maybe you're on a phone call, you're on a networking. Maybe you're talking to your family, but go for a walk. Yeah,
and I would think cardio is like actually really good, because just look at my dad. He's probably healthier than, in a sense, healthier than us. Yeah. And all he does is run. He does cardio. That's what he does. Yep. And so I would think that the weight training is like, for
physical appearance,
but also, like just practicality too. But I think cardio also like helps a lot when it comes to the actual health. Because I'm just looking at my dad. Yeah. That's all he does. And I think he has not one complication. And then when there is a sickness, like when COVID, like the flu and that happened, he got it, but then he got rid of it. Like
I think he was the first one.
Yeah, and like immediately, like that same day, the next day he was good. And so I look at that, and he rarely gets sick. He feels good. Like he's always working. He's extremely healthy and fit from what I can see. There's not one issue that unless he doesn't tell us, but I feel like there's not one issue with him, and all he does is cardio. Yeah. So I would think like a combination of both.
Yeah, because it's also preference. Because for myself, I prefer more of the weightlifting. Because not that it's easier
for health. For like, I guess where I was going at is like for health, like for like your heart, your cardiovascular
100% recommend it.
Yeah, but I think either one, like you said, like you could go either one. I think that by doing either one should help.
Yeah, but just stay active, do something, do a sport, work out, exercise, just and that it's going into like very
detailed,
but that also helps in other aspects of your life. It helps you build discipline. It helps you build your fortitude. Like, and that's the thing, because I know.
What does fortitude mean? Like,
oh, fortitude, pretty much like your will, your strength. Like, you know, like, and because when you work out, when you run, there's times you want to stop. You keep going.
Yeah. Yep.
And so that's what I mean with fortitude. And then also like I mentioned that digging in deeper. I know a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but like in the Joe Rogan episode, he had a guest, this lady, I forgot her name, but she said that for a lot of people that have anxiety and depression, she recommends them to work out.
Wait, I think it was this lady, okay, I think I know that one.
Yeah, which makes sense because you're working out. Oh, and it's not even working out. If you can't work out, just run errands, because it's just being out of the house, being active, moving around, and that's I think that's what humans were meant to be doing.
Well, just look at 10,000 years ago. Yep. Pretty much we had to work for our food. Yeah. We had to, scavenge, or I don't know if it's called scavenge, but when it comes to fruits and whatnot, and then we also had to hunt. So pretty much every day, most of the time, we were always on the move, walking, running, exploring and whatnot. And then so like just imagine from that, our system was built based on that. Yep. And now it's sitting in an office, stationary. Yeah, I think there's gonna be some issues.
Yeah, and so that's why just for your overall health. Also based on our experience, because that helped us build a lot of discipline. It helped because dude, waking up at 4 a.m, go out before school. Remember we used to go to the gym?
Yeah. And so, 4 or 5 in the morning. 5 in the morning. Yep. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Yep.
And we're still doing that, dude. We're getting up I get up at 2:45. Sometimes it takes me a while, but I get up at 3.
Yeah, and then with that, I think I don't think that in the mornings it's where you can be the most productive, because no one's awake, no one's posting anything on social media unless you use TikTok. But like you pretty much have those hours in the morning to accomplish or to do most of the work that you need to do that day, because then later on there's people that are up, you have to take care of this, you have to take care of that, and so you get dragged. But in the morning, I think is one of the most productive times that you can have, based on our experience, and then also based on one of our friends, that he said that when he used to wake up early and no one, like there was no one awake, you couldn't do really much anything. You just worked.
Like right now, if we were, well, right now it's like early in the morning.
Right now it's like 6, huh?
6. It's a little later than we're used to, but right now, like if we were to record an episode in the middle of the day, you would have trucks going back and forth. You would have forklifts, distractions, people coming in, phone ringing, emails. And so 100%. Yeah. But and then also another one I do want to bring in is sleep. Because I know definitely invest in your sleep, dude. I know before we used to sleep maybe less than 6 hours, 5 hours, 4 hours, and because we heard that mentality, you had to grind, you have to be on the hustle, sleep is for the weak. But we know now that sleep is important, dude.
It's extremely important.
Yeah, because like for me, if I get less than 6 hours of sleep, dude, it's freaking hard to function. And it's not that it's hard, it's just like you're groggy, you're drowsy.
Yeah, and so like just a personal experience on my end, when my son was born, and when he was up like every hour, every 2 hours, and then like at 2 or 3 in the morning, like he was up, and the only way that we could kind of calm him down was to take him on a drive. There's times where I slept only 2-3 hours, and coming into work that day, I was like I was up and I was awake, but my brain wasn't fully thinking, and I was like if you're drunk, it kind of looked like that, like, and so like sleep is extremely important. But then but that's a rarity. I was gonna say that there's some people that can function on 3-4 hours of sleep, but then I know there's other stuff that comes along with it, like medication, steroids, to where like outside substances where it can help them to function. But if you're not doing that, or if you don't plan on doing that, then sleep is extremely important. Extremely important.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, because with the time change, remember we heard a lot of people on the news and then also on the radio that once the time changes, like right now it's March, the time changed. So we got 1 hour less of sleep. Yeah. That there's an increase in people having heart conditions or heart
failure, cardiovascular attacks, the issues, cardiovascular issues.
With 1 hour less of sleep too.
Yeah, and then I know that for me, like it's hard to get back to sleeping at 9:30 in the night, because like I would be sleeping around what is 10 now. 10:30 now, and then my son definitely doesn't can't tell the time, so he sleeps at whatever time he fell sleepy, which is usually later, and so like it's harder when it comes to that. And then also waking up. So like for me, this last week has been a little bit like, fuck, more sleepier than usual. Yeah, getting used to it back.
Yep. So if you're 18, 19, or if you don't have responsibilities, then take advantage of your sleep. Because once you do, if you want to have a family, then
that's gonna get. It's not up to you anymore. It's pretty much your son, your partner, whoever it is, dictates your life now. In a sense, when it comes to sleep,
because of your responsibilities now.
Yep, 100%. But yeah.
Is there anything other that you wanted to talk about when it comes to investing? So I know we talked about finance. I know we talked about education, about skills. Oh, and speaking about skills, I would invest in freaking speaking skills, dude.
Okay. Yeah.
Another thing, because I mentioned it before, but if your ability to communicate, your ability to talk is at a 2, but your knowledge is at a 10, people are gonna perceive you like you only know you're a 2, in the sense of your skills and in your sense of everything that comes with it.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
You're talking in the skills of a person that is a 2.
Yeah.
Even though you have the mind of a genius.
Yeah.
If you can't communicate that genius, then it's worth for nothing.
Yeah, because just imagine when you talk, people like just tune out, or maybe you stutter, or you can't simplify it for people. Like you have all this knowledge in your head, but you can't make it simple to where someone's gonna understand. No one's gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
So definitely that's another one. But like, yeah.
And so with that, how do you invest in it?
Like anything, just practice talking. And I know there's a lot of recommendations, but I know one of the things that most people recommend is if you have trouble, not thinking, but getting ideas from like your head and then spitting them out. I know, and then in an effective way and in a way that people are gonna resonate with it. I know people recommend for you to record yourself 2 minutes, speak on a topic, watch it first with no sound, take notes, see how your body language is, and then just listen to it with no video, see how you actually sound, and then do both. And then record yourself again and try to improve on things. Try to improve on your ums and, like your filler words, your your estes in Spanish, your likes.
And then, okay.
And then there's a lot more things, but definitely just doing that every day, 2 minutes a day. Record yourself for 2 minutes. Study your footage, record yourself again, and then study that. That's probably going to take less than half an hour.
Yeah.
So do that, dude.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the best, like in the beginning.
100%.
Do that for 5 years. You're going to become freaking speaker, dude.
A really good speaker, yeah.
And that's one thing, at least for me, I realized, not too late, but I barely realized, because, we were in e-commerce, dude. We just got by. Yeah. With not having to talk with people. I know when we were in sales, we were a little bit better with our speaking.
When having to present, we were better. Pronunciation was better.
The flow was better.
Demeanor was better. Yep.
Everything was better. But I know since we, went on to e-commerce, we didn't really have to interact with customers. So it was just everything was online.
Yeah. Now that there's people that we manage, there's people that are in the company. There's 13 people total.
Yeah.
I know that it is getting better little by little, but I know that by practicing, it should get better.
Yeah, and that's it. Like if you just practice 2 minutes a day for 5 years, dude, you're gonna become a freaking speaker.
Yeah. 100%. And then the last thing that I wanted to say about health, and this is the last thing, is investing in good foods. And what I mean by that, it doesn't mean like pasta or a cup of noodles. Or me personally, what has helped a lot, I believe, for one is sleep, right? But the other one, I think steak, red meat, has helped me a lot, because I remember there was times back then where sometimes my mind, and I don't know, maybe this is just something that I'm trying to make it seem like it was the red meat, but that's the only factor that varied. But so my mind was like really, it wasn't foggy, but sometimes I lost my train of thought, even though I was thinking a lot of things at the same time. I lost my train of thought. Like it was, my mind wasn't as coherent. Like it wasn't like a disease or anything like that. It was just, it wasn't like as good as I thought it should.
Yeah.
But after eating steak and red meat, at least for me, my mind started being a lot clearer. Like my flow.
Yep.
Like I started thinking, and it pretty much flowed to where I could communicate a lot better. And so my mind became a lot more coherent. I was able to think better. And I think one of them was definitely sleep. But then another one, at least for me, I believe it was red meat, because those are the only two things that changed.
Yeah.
But that's the last thing that I wanted to say.
Yeah, because just to add on that, I know that a lot of people say that it's because the excess carbs, the excess sugar, your body builds insulin resistance. With like if you just fucking eat processed sugar, then your body's gonna build insulin resistance, and I know that affects the way you think. It affects a lot of your body. For some people, gives you diabetes, gives you heart disease, and I don't know where I saw it. I still have to do research, so I'm not an expert in this, but I know that a few scientists and a few researchers have a theory that when it comes to Alzheimer's, it's really because you have like a advanced stage of insulin resistance. Like you eat sugar your whole life, you eat carbs, you eat pretty much processed sugar or things that turn into sugar. You get diabetes, and then it leads on to other aspects of health conditions. And at the far most, it's they tie, or they want, not that they want to, but they're tying it to Alzheimer's. Right.
No, 100%.
But that's their theories. I know they're still looking into it. It's a lot of, when it comes to that, there's we could get into it, but definitely, like, I agree with that, dude. Invest in good food, because then you also feel good. The difference of us eating a freaking big fat bowl of pasta or a burger or something, not necessarily fried, but something like sugary or something, versus like a freaking big steak. Like, you feel good even though you feel full. With the steak, you feel good full.
It's a good full. Like, it's a sturdy full. Like, it's like you're good, you're full. Like, you don't feel hungry, but you feel full, but not full to where you're like, fuck, like, I don't want to go back to work. Like, that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you eat carbs or you eat something sugary, you get full, you're still hungry.
Yeah, after a few, you're
100%. Still hungry.
Yep.
With the steak, you're full, you're set for the day, dude.
Yep. 100%.
There's times I only eat once a day, like a 12-ounce steak during the lunch, and I'm good, I'm set.
Yeah, so definitely that's another tip for the health, that steak, red meat, it fills you up and you're not hungry.
Yeah.
And then I think it's because also the digestion, it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But you feel good after you eat it. Like, you don't need a lot. By eating it, it's calories, but it's not a lot of calories. Yeah. So you lose weight.
Yep.
That's why a lot of people that go on the carnivore diet, they lose weight.
Yeah.
Without trying.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Ideally, like, if you can, because I know it can be expensive. Steak.
Yeah, and then I guess with that's one of the things that I was gonna say. Investing in that type of foods. Yeah. Because if you're, instead of spending money here and there, and whether it be foods or other like video games or whatnot, obviously investing in your finances and then your education, but at the same time invest in like good foods. And in my opinion, red meat steak is one of the best foods that you can invest into, and so invest in that.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to, like, if we were young again, fresh out of high school, that's some of the things we would invest in. Not necessarily just finance, but there's a lot more when it comes to investing.
Yep, 100%. No, but do you have anything else to add? No, with that being said, I think this was really helpful and really insightful. And let us know in the comments down below how you would invest if you're 18. But with that being said, this has been another episode of Driven. My name is Juan.
My name is Alexis.
And we'll see you on the next one.